Hi, I'm David Kaplan with an in-the-loop update for the second straight day. Weather has postponed the White Sox and Twin game up in Minneapolis. No makeup dates have been announced. They'll try again tomorrow, and more snow is expected. If they do play, you can see the action right here on NBC Sports Chicago. Now back to Len and JD at Chili Wrigley.
Thank you, Cap, and welcome back. Hey, Chicago, we know you know sports, so let's hear what you've got to say. Join NBC Sports Chicago on Facebook Live weeknights at 5 for The Rush, presented by GMC.
Luke Jackson here in the 8th inning.
For just the second time.
6'2", 210. Originally taken 45th overall by the Rangers in the 2010 draft out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Acquired prior to 2017 by the Braves.
Fastball slider change, likes the slider. What a very presidential field. We got Adams, Jackson, Wilson in this game.
And a Taft reference. Oh, 0-1 on Jason Hayward. Line to the warning track and left in the 4th. 2 strikeouts as well. Here's the 0-1. Pulled deep to right, but the wind's going to make it very, very foul. Almost reaching the edge of that upper deck.
Don't know if she's still watching, but we want to wish a happy birthday to Debbie Wheatley in Middletown, Indiana.
Happy birthday, Debbie.
And Jason sent us a note. Please wish my mom a happy birthday.
One and 2 to Hayward. Cubs trail by 5 late, and there's a base runner. Painful way to get on, but Hayward reaches. Cubs started the day tied, I believe, for the major league lead in hit batsmen.
Oof. It's no fun at all.
14 Cubs have been hit. Leading the NL and actually leading the majors. They were tied with the White Sox. Schwarber the batter, and he pops up a bunt out of play.
He tried that yesterday and earlier on the homestand. He was successful hitting the ball the other way. Had a base hit to left and a double right down the third base line. Down 5, looking for base runners. It's not a bad idea.
Tommy LaStella's on deck. The bat for Wilson. This game will be memorable due to the weather conditions, but the Cubs can make it an all-timer if they can come all the way back.
Going to play on a day like today, you might as well win.
Right. Swing and a miss. Schwarber is out, 1 away here in the 8th, and now the pinch hitter LaStella.
Ladies and gentlemen, pitching for defense number 2, Tommy LaStella.
This is Joe Madden's 500th game as a Cubs manager. He's 2 wins away from 300 with the Cubs. And if you look at his one lost total, it's not going to make total sense. But the reason is there was a tie. Remember that tie we played in Pittsburgh?
Oh, yeah, yep.
So not reflected on his record. 2 balls and a strike. So he's 298, 201 with the Cubs. The pitch. Foul to the screen. Jose Ramirez in the Braves bullpen. It'll be Mike Montgomery for the Cubs in the 9th. 3-2 on La Stella. Shot out into left center for a base hit. 2 on for Navarro.
It's Tommy being Tommy. Freezing cold day off the bench. Late in the ball game, hanging out all day in the dugout. Still manages to deliver a line drive.
Pitching change. Brian Snitker will make the move. So the Cubs have 2 on with 1 out, trailing by 5 runs in the 8th. Don't go anywhere.
We only have 30 seconds to describe the newest specialty flavor in the Signature Crafted Recipes collection by McDonald's, Garlic White Cheddar. It's layered with a slice of smooth, perfectly melty white cheddar cheese, a crunchy medley of tasty, crispy garlic chips, a dramatic drizzle of smooth, delicious, and flavorful, delectably creamy garlic aioli, all come together with a mouth-wateringly juicy tomato slice and crisp iceberg lettuce atop crispy buttermilk chicken on a soft, warm artisan roll. Luckily, you can take all the time you need to savor every bite. The Signature Crafted Recipes collection by McDonald's.
This is the ocean.
Oh, let's swim together in the water, clear and clean. It makes us feel better.
Just listen.
Doesn't care where we've been.
There's so much we want to show her. We needed a car that would last long enough to see it all.
Subaru Outback. 98% are still on the road after 10 years.
It's never enough to just open your business.
Nobody cares for me.
You need to get the word out. From business cards and banners to expertly packed shipments to mailboxes with a real street address. Everything your customers see tells a story. Go to the UPS store today for help.
Time for a hefty home run. This tied the game in the first inning. Albert Almora Jr. of Sean Newcomb.
Number 1 on the air for Albert.
Jose Ramirez, not to be confused with the Indians infielder. This right-hander, 6'1", 220, making his 6th appearance.
3rd year at the Braves. Previously had been with the Yankees and Mariners.
Hayward is at second base. La Stella is at first. Efrain Navarro, the hitter. Don't have to get it all back here, but if you can get a couple, at least make them use their closer in the 9th.
Plate appearance so far today. Hit the ball pretty well to left field last time. Adams tracked it down.
Here's the pitch. It's inside for a ball, 1-1.
Back-to-back changeups. That's a pitch he throws quite a bit. He throws hard, 94, 95. Slider and a good change.
Two home runs for Greg Garcia in that Cardinals 6-1 win in Cincinnati. Reds off to their worst start since 1931, 2-12. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on a changeup.
3 in a row.
They're being delayed in Cleveland. Blue Jays and Indians. Jays off to a nice 9-5 start. Fouled off by Bryant. Curtis Granderson hitting .324 early on. Nothing in 2.
Mentioned Greg Maddox's birthday earlier. Also Kyle Farnsworth, former Cub, celebrating today.
You have an age on Kyle?
Kyle will be 42.
Something like that, yeah.
Brad Osmus. A lot of notables. David Justice, our colleague Chris Welsh, in the booth with the Cincinnati Reds these days. Pete Rose, pretty fair hitter in his day.
So a good baseball birthday, right? April 14th. Bryant hit again. Bases loaded for Contreras.
That shot of Brian Snitker in the Braves dugout a couple innings ago, and I said the concern level is ticking up a little bit. Well, I imagine he's getting fairly concerned right now. It's a 5-run lead, but he could go away in a hurry here with a couple of big swings of the bat.
5 times already this year, Bryant has been hit. And that leads the majors. One strike on Contreras. Here's a pitch. Inside. Looked like the same exact pitch. 1-1. The tying run is on deck. Cubs were down 10-2 at one point. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Going to stay fair. Suzuki will throw late. It's 10-6.
Put it in play.
Bases still loaded. Second RBI of the day for Contreras.
RBI single to the catcher. How sweet is that?
Right fielder,
Zobrist has been on all 4 times, a walk, 2 infield singles, an RBI triple, 2 runs scored. He's played first, left, and now is in right. He has filled up the scorecard. And he takes a ball low.
Currently, no one throwing in the Brave bullpen. That's a little surprising.
6 career grand slams for Ben. Two and 0.
Small but spirited crowd. Really enjoying this late push.
When you look at the work done late by the bullpen, Butler scoreless 5th, 6th, Cishek, Wilson keeping the Braves at 10 and giving this offense a chance. 3 balls, no strikes. Baez on deck. He walked in.
Close. He's feeling it out there.
10-7. Chuck Hernandez to the mound. They'll definitely get somebody up now. Baez without a hit today. He's got 4 homers on the homestand. He knocked in a run on a ground out in the 7th. And the Cubs have just been chipping away at this big Braves lead that's down to 3 now here in the 8th inning. Moylan and Minter. Check that. Moylan and Freeman cranking it up.
I don't suppose Javi's going to swing hard here, do you?
Well, a long one here would give the Cubs the lead. Two down, 8th inning. The pitch. It's a strike. As the 8th batter of the inning.
Good movement on that fastball from Ramirez. Command is shaky. Yeah, Javi knows that he had one to hit there. Whoopi Goldberg square.
Plant the runner at third, Contreras at second. The tying run is at first base. That's Ben Zobrist. 2-2. He's run it full.
Interesting. It's fastballs, changeups here. Mostly fastballs from Ramirez, a 2-seam runner. Most pitchers are going to will have at least thrown Baez a couple of sliders by this point in the at-bat. It's going to be a pitch he doesn't have a lot of confidence in.
Runners will go on the 3-2, and we'll try it again.
Obviously, you'd love to make a big noise here and hit one in the seats, but, you know.
A walk's not the worst thing in the world either.
Walk, or just a little shorter approach to the ball, and just think about trying to hit one into the gap in right center.
There's a base hit. At least 2 will score. Zobrist is being sent. We are tied. Oh, baby. Javier Baez makes it 10-10.
This miserable day just got fun. Oh, my goodness. You got to be kidding me. All the way back from 10-2. And these fans who have stuck around are rewarded.
Three-run double, 10-10 here in the 8th. Russell will be intentionally walked. Hayward, the next batter. He will not face Ramirez. Brian Snitker's out to make a change.
Yeah, I think Brian got caught. I mean, he didn't. When this thing all started to bubble up on him, he didn't have anybody up. Finally got Freeman and Moylan going, but maybe a little bit too late.
10-10, 8th inning. We'll be right back.
How do you want to live? As a decent person? Good husband? Is that it? Good? Of course not. King of the hill? Better. Top of your game? Win. All powerful. Like a boss. Like a pro. We couldn't agree more. We are professional grade. Step up to GMC with over 11,500 total value on a specially equipped Sierra SLT Crew Cab model when you finance through GM Financial. We are professional grade. GMC.
The average kid spends 9 hours a day staring at a screen. We have a solution at The Great Escape. Save up to $1,500 on all pools. Plus, save an additional $1,500 with free installation. Don't miss preseason savings on pool chemicals. Relax in a hot tub from Jacuzzi. Save up to $3,000 plus 0% financing for 60 months and $500 cash back. Only at The Great Escape.
Shop The Great Escape.
AT&T gives you more for your thing. Your beating the system thing. Life hack your way to lunch on the house thing. That promo code, coupon code, why pay when you don't have to thing. Wait, what? Free home internet from AT&T? Who knew that was a thing? Switch to an unlimited plan and get free home internet. More for your thing. That's our thing.
Just like we promised, the Miller Lite hold true moment. Javier Baez clearing the bases and tying the game at 10-10. Cubs have scored the last 8 runs in this ball game. Chance to take the lead now. Sam Freeman against Jason Hayward.
Hayward started this inning, was hit by a pitch.
Remember a couple of hits off lefties to score runs in that Pirates series earlier this week. Here we go. Ball 1. How about a lead here and give Justin Wilson a chance for a win after his scoreless top of the 8th. Two and 0.
Cubs have taken 7 walks today.
Schwarber on deck. That's Brandon Morrow. He'll get the 9th. Bases loaded again.
Imagine 40 minutes ago or so, Brandon Morrow thought there's no chance I'm going to pitch today.
Kyle Schwarber. Cubs getting it done against a bullpen that led the majors in ERA coming into today. Strike on Schwarber. Newcomb, Winkler, Jackson, Ramirez, Freeman for the Braves, Quintana, Butler, Cishek, and Wilson so far for the Cubs.
I'll have to hang with him for Newcomb.
Yeah, he'll get
chalking up this W and
tough no decision.
Quintana spits the hook.
Quintana off the hook. Jose went 2 1/3, charged with 7 earned runs. Two and one. Schwarber down the left field line, foul.
You know, there are a lot of conversations in the stands today where folks say, hey, let's just go. Cubs are getting thumped. It's an ugly, brutal day. Those who have stuck around are getting quite a treat.
Two to Schwarber is low. 3-2. Full count, bases loaded. The last time we saw that, Baez cleared him with a double to tie the game. Freeman steps off. Baez was trying to get him the ball.
Yeah. Culberson's way off the line over there, and Baez went streaking towards home, trying to induce a balk.
Huge 3-2 coming up. Ball four. Cubs lead. Cubs lead 11-10. Can you believe it?
Four walks, 2 hit batters in this inning. One of the walks intentional.
Want to know on La Stella. an incredible comeback.
Is that 8 consecutive reaches? Is that what I'm seeing on my jumbled scorecard? After the Navarro strikeout?
7. 7 straight reaches.
Straight.
La Stella listed as a pinch hitter, but this is not a pinch hit at bat. He pinch hit earlier in this inning. Now he's just a batter. Now we're talking insurance.
Yeah. Lay the bat down at your feet and stand there and dare him to throw a strike. Can't do it.
For another run. 12-10.
I've seen a lot of improbable games over the years, but this one, this might be at the top of the list. Just think about what the mood was like in the Cub dugout much of the day. Getting thumped, playing in these conditions. Let's get out of here.
So another pitching change here in the 8th. The Cubs lead this game 12-10, and we'll be right back.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? You offer cars designed to amaze. Like Fusion, that practically parks itself. Who couldn't use that? And Fusion helps keep you in control when the weather turns bad. Tech that amazes. Tech you want. That's Ford. And that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Now get a 2018 Fusion with 0% financing for 72 months. Only at your local Ford store.
AT&T gives you more for your thing. Your beating the system thing. Life hack your way to lunch on the house thing. That promo code, coupon code, why pay when you don't have to thing. Wait, what? Free home internet from AT&T? Who knew that was a thing? Switch to an unlimited plan and get free home internet. More for your thing. That's our thing.
I love Chicago, and I'm so proud to be living in such a great city. I started my own recording studio business 26 years ago. I am the proud owner of Studio 2020 Chicago. I use my phone for everything. With Sprint Unlimited, my business doesn't miss a beat. They have the best price for Unlimited, and the network I can rely on to keep my business going. My neighborhood, my network.
Switch today and get 4 lines for $25 per month per line with a 5th line free. Don't let a 1% difference in network reliability cost you twice as much.
Time for a Gallagher Insurance Risk Management and Consulting Insurance Runs. Nothing better than bases loaded walks offensively, and the Cubs have taken 3 of them here in this 8th inning. They have scored 7 times. They're still loaded for Navarro, and here's veteran right-hander Peter Moylan.
Even with the left-handed batting, Navarro would do up. Brian Snitker just couldn't trust Freeman anymore, couldn't find the strike zone. So in comes Moylan, 39-year-old veteran sidewinder.
That gets by. And Schwarber caught between home and third. Suzuki will fire to second. He throws it into center. Throw to the plate. Not in time, and hits Schwarber.
The Calliope crashed to the ground.
Insanity.
It is a yard sale out there.
Boy just couldn't get a good handle on it as he tried to throw to the plate. 14-10. Wow.
Yeah, it's just insane. You talked with Coach Nagy earlier. It was a 10-3 game then, a football score. And
so that should be wild pitch and then an error on Suzuki, right?
Yeah, he threw the ball into center field. So
9 runs here in this inning. 1-1. Navarro takes the strike. It's 1-2.
9 runs on 3 hits. And Contreras' hit was a little ground ball in front of home plate.
Insanity here in the 8th inning. And it feels like it's gotten warmer. It hasn't.
It's just your outlook.
He went, but that's okay. The Cubs settle for 9 and lead by 4, and Brandon Morrow can come in, and it's not even a save spot. Can you believe this?
No, I cannot.
The Bell Illuminati has something new for the masses. A blend of 3 cheeses melted over seasoned beef, wrapped in a warm tortilla. And it's only $1. It's time to investigate the new $1 triple melt burrito at Taco Bell.
I love Chicago, and I'm so proud to be living in such a great city. I started my own recording studio business 26 years ago. I am the proud owner of Studio 2020 Chicago. I use my phone for everything. With Sprint Unlimited, my business doesn't miss a beat. They have the best price for Unlimited, and the network I can rely on to keep my business going. My neighborhood, my network.
Switch today and get 4 lines for $25 per month per line with the 5th line free. Don't let a 1% difference in network reliability cost you twice as much.
Here's how Old Dominion puts together a winning performance. It takes precision, like how we're #1 in claims prevention. It takes hustle, like our over 99% on-time rate. And it takes consistently going the distance to earn our fans' loyalty. That's why we're #1 in customer satisfaction. Old Dominion, official freight carrier of Major League Baseball.
Think you know your sports teams? Join NBC Sports Chicago for a taping of Beer Money, presented by Coors Light. Monday at 5 at Leader Bar on the corner of Irving Park in Sacramento. Test your sports trivia knowledge and you could win big.
Well, welcome back here to Wrigley Field with this Miller Lite game report. The difference 9 runs can make in an inning to the vibe in this dugout right now. I tell you what, these guys are pumped and ready to go. And the biggest cheerleader all afternoon, gentlemen, I have to tell you, Anthony Rizzo is down here shaking his hands, going up to guys, warming them up, warming up their jackets and handing them over. He is doing everything he can because you know that it just kills him to not be on the field right now, but he's certainly enjoying this one.
Thank you, Kelly. How often have you seen a 9-run inning on 3 hits? We just saw one.
Yeah, and that was the thing about, you know, when you're playing conditions like this, strange things happen. I was hesitant to say it back when it was 10-2 that, you know, hey, the Cubs they could still win this game because people, you know, are going to think you're losing your mind. But it's just the kind of day, hard to control the baseball, guys not making plays in the field, pitchers can't find the strike zone. So having said that, it's not over yet.
Right, you got the top of their order. 1-1 from Morrow to Albies. Homer, double, single, 4 knocked in today for the Braves leadoff man. 1-2. Let me see what their bullpen has done today, and again a bullpen that had been lights out. 2-2.
Maybe a little regression to the mean there was in order for the Braves bullpen. The fact that Ramirez was still in there for the Baez at bat was really surprising. He didn't appear to have the repertoire that you would expect to see against Javi. You know, the breaking ball off the plate, and credit Javi, really willing to cut down on the swing a little bit on that 3-2 pitch.
Same count here to Albies. And he walked him. Boy, truer words have never been spoken in terms of this one's not over yet.
It's just the conditions. Morrow's a strike thrower. Typically not going to walk a leadoff man with a 4-run lead in the 9th inning, but it feels like it's probably in the low 20s right now. Feels like you're throwing a cue ball.
Inside to Swanson. Those extra runs. Huge. The call on the outer part of the plate. 1-1 on Swanson. Has drizzled throughout with a blasting wind off the lake. Wind chills now probably in the lower 20s. But we've played through it all. And the Cubs have come all the way back, down 8 at one point, now leading by 4.
This game were a game within the division, it would not have been played. The Braves come here just one time this year. There's a terrible forecast for tomorrow as well. So MLB said, let's do whatever we can to try to get this game in. The rain has picked up in intensity a little bit.
Yeah, so has the wind. This game needs a rain delay at this point. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Swanson. Here it comes. Called strike 3. Check out the variety of luxury premier options Wrigley Field has to offer for your next client, corporate, or family function. Like the all-inclusive Fannie Mae Suite located in center field. Visit Cubs.com/premier for an option that suits your needs. Freddie Freeman. Final strike. Strike pitch on the ground to first. Navarro will take it to the bag. 2 outs, 9th inning. Suzuki. He has 2 singles and has walked 3 times, so 5 trips, reaches in all.
Means he's due to make it out.
Driven to right, caught, Zobrist. Cubs win. Cubs win. They come all the way back from an 8-run deficit and beat the Braves 14-10. What a ball game.
Yeah, just a crazy game. And I don't know if one game can be any bigger than the next, but to come back and win this after being down 9-1, then 10-2 on such a miserable day to ultimately come back and win this thing. That provides a huge lift for a struggling ball club. A day in which I'm sure if you polled everybody in that clubhouse, in both clubhouses before it started, do you want to play ball today? The answer would have been, are you kidding me? But as we said, if you're going to play, you might as well win.
Incredible. Cubs now at 500 again, 7-7. Rubber game tomorrow. They'll try to win the series after quite a comeback here today. Toast of the game is presented by Binny's Beverage Depot. It goes to the fans who toughed it out and were rewarded big time at the end. Binny's Beverage Depot is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. Kelly's down on the field. It's our On the Diamond interview. It's presented by James & Sons Fine Jewelers. Kelly.
Thanks a lot, guys. Wow, Javi, how do you put this game, this comeback into words?
Oh, it's going to be one of the best of the year. We really came back. You know, it's been a lot with the weather, but, you know, we don't give up. Our bench, man, they did a lot. I mean, their job. Freaking told me off the bench, Schwarber off the bench. You know, we just doing the small thing. You know, I came to hit man on third, and I did the job. You know, so I think it's just the small thing, and you know, staying positive in the dugout.
It's hard to stay positive in weather like this. What was it like, just in terms of mentally, physically staying involved in this game?
Oh, it was hard. It was really tough. I don't like it. I don't like this weather, man. But we gotta take it. We gotta work as a team, and obviously after this win, it's huge for us.
Yeah, it's a lot better when you win it. Well, Javi, it's been quite a week for you. When you're standing up there and you rip that double to left field, what is going through your head just overall?
I was just trying to hit the ball in the barrel. You know, I facing this guy before, and you know he throws hard. So with this weather, I was just trying not to get jammed or hit it off the end because it was going to hurt my hands really bad.
Well, go enjoy this win, Javi. You deserve it.
Thank you, guys.
Guys, Anthony Rizzo joked that he was going to come pour Gatorade on him, but he didn't need to. Already soaking wet.
No, he didn't. And the wind and the rain has really picked up. Kelly, thank you. Wow. For JD, for Kelly, for Doug Glanville, our entire NBC Sports Chicago crew, great work here at Wrigley Field. Thank you for watching. And we'll have more Cubs baseball on NBC Sports Chicago, 7 o'clock Central, Tuesday night against the Cardinals. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois postgame live is next. Cubs 14, Braves 10. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Did you give up? Judging by some of the goofs on Twitter, there were some that did. Understandable. It was 10-2. Cubs win. Going away. Brandon Morrow, come out in and pitch. Not even a save situation. Okay, it's 1 in a million. That was fun.
That was an epic comeback. I think the weather conditions, the mental fortitude for them to just not give up on the game, because they had every reason to give up. Through those first 5 innings, 10-2, you'd look at the scoreboard, the wind's blowing, the rain's cutting through these guys, and it was just a bat by a bat. They started putting them together, and next thing you know, some good things really happened.
I want you to chew on this while we take our break. Does a game like this at all, can it be a springboard?
Exactly.
We'll talk about it. All right, Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois, is up next. And you're just dialing us back up? Yeah, the Cubs won. That's right. You heard us right. We'll be right back.
All right, baby. Yes.
Kansas City, Topeka.
Mom and
Dad got a new car with the extra third row seats. They think it's theirs, but it's not theirs. It's mine. Mine.
The new RX 350L with 3 rows for 7 passengers.
Are you excited about your baby sister coming?
Experience space for the unexpected with the Lexus RXL, part of the RX family.
Lease the 2018 RX 350 for $439 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
AT&T gives you more for your thing. You are getting the best, but paying way less thing. Now, get 50% off a smartphone. More for your thing. That's our thing. Visit att.com.
Here's my scouting report on Binny's Beverage Depot. Love their lightning speed and amazing selection. I can order my favorite wine, spirits, and beer and have it delivered to my door in as little as an hour. Binny's Beverage Depot, hustling for you.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? You offer cars designed to amaze. Like Fusion, that practically parks itself. Who couldn't use that? And Fusion helps keep you in control when the weather turns bad. Tech that amazes. Tech you want. That's Ford. And that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Now get a 2018 Fusion with 0% financing for 72 months. Only at your local Ford store.
Cubs baseball on NBC Sports Chicago is brought to you in part by Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. Your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Honda dealers, as reliable as the cars themselves. Xfinity. Xfinity delivers the fastest internet with the best in-home Wi-Fi service. Call, click, or visit an Infinity store today. And by Toyota. Tested, trusted. Toyota. Toyota. Let's go places. This is Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois.
Driven to right, caught, Zobrist. Cubs win. Cubs win. They come all the way back from an 8-run deficit and beat the Braves 14-10. What a ball game.
Yeah, just a crazy game. And
wow, crazy game is right. It was 10-2. Nobody saw them coming back in these conditions, especially. It wasn't like a late July day to hit with 90-degree weather. 14, 10, and 2. A lot better than 10, 15, and 2. Wilson 1-0 over Ramirez 0-1. And welcome in to Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. With David DeJesus, I'm David Kaplan. We were supposed to have Doug Glanville with us. The game went so long, his flight's leaving. He's like, I gotta go. Well, that was fun.
That was awesome. It was fun to watch these guys battle the elements on both sides. You'd see some crazy plays, like the one with at the end where guys are throwing the ball around. Albert Almora on a walk, flipping the bat, getting stuck to his hand, almost hitting the catcher. You saw some crazy stuff today. The last thing you thought was the Cubs winning this game through the 4th inning. And it just come back. It was an epic comeback.
It was an
awesome to watch.
Epic comeback. This is one that we will replay, I'm sure, in December on some cold winter night.
Yeah.
Hey, we're replaying that Cubs epic comeback. But it was 10-2. We're in the 6th inning, and Kyle Schwarber walks. In the bottom 6.
Bottom 6, yeah.
And that gets it to 10-3. And then when they didn't come through and get it where they had a couple opportunities, we thought, all right, that was their shot. In fact, I said that to you. I thought they could come back. They had their shot, but there's Ben Zobrist. He drives in a run, and all of a sudden you go, oh, wait a minute now. What's going on here?
You got 10-4, 10-5 right here. Then Baez got a dribbler here. You got it to 10-5. You got it to a manageable number. And you're like, if we can get into this bullpen for the Braves up until this point, we're pretty good. But it just self-imploded. They got these little swinging bunts, and just the momentum took them.
It's a 10-5 game with 2 outs. Now you get a dribbler. Now you get a walk.
Ramirez, oof.
Ramirez had a rough day. He is not going to want to go to dinner tonight.
No.
I said to you when they went to the bullpen, they had a 10-5 lead.
Yeah.
And here comes Javi. This is the game-tying shot.
Look at that
Bases
ball.
loaded, 2 outs, everybody moving. And that ball it hit that wet grass and like it skidded.
Yeah, it just took off.
And all the way to the wall, and the ball game is tied. But when they handed the ball to Luke Jackson, it's 10-5. Luke Jackson had not done much this year.
No.
And I said, okay, kid, don't screw this thing up, is what Brian Snitker's probably telling him. Then Schwarber walks to give you the lead. That is the game-winning run. And Luke Jackson and Ramirez, they just couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, and then they brought Freeman in to get the lefties out. He walked 3 guys, let 3 runs in. So it was just, and then next you know, it's 14-10, and it's a blowout for the Cubs.
Right, and you tell your closer, hey, man, can you pitch? But no save situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh?
Exactly. Enjoy this cold. And then this play was a crazy play. You had them, they're throwing the ball around, and you sneak a couple more runs in.
Yep, and the skinnier Kyle Schwarber able to make it all the way home.
Yeah, man.
And it's all of a sudden a 14-10 ball game, and the Cubs end up getting 9 runs in the 8th inning with 2 outs, and they win the ball game. Okay, so I didn't play big league baseball. 99.9% of the people watching didn't play in the big leagues. You did for 13 years.
Yeah.
A game like this, does it have a carryover effect, or that's overrated?
I think it does, just because you had no business winning this game, and everybody had a part to play in this win. It wasn't just one guy. It was just guy after guy having good at-bats, guys coming in from the bullpen. Justin Wilson, he struggled. He's throwing strikes today. I love seeing that fastball pouring into the strike zone. So Justin Wilson, good job. Everyone else just believing that they're going to win. This team believed that they were going to win, even though most people there at the park didn't think so.
They'd written them off.
So this is something that they can take, but it comes down to the next starter. Tyler Chatwood. You didn't get a good start from Quintana or Darvish this series. Chatwood needs to come up tomorrow and give him some depth, because their bullpen, as you see, it's getting used and used and used more and more every game. So that's going to hurt later on in the season. So a nice long depth start to 7 innings.
Give me 7 innings tomorrow.
7.
Give me 110 pitches, 7 innings. And,
let them relax a little bit.
Yeah. All right. Joe Madden is now at the podium, so let's hear what he has to say, brought to you by Xfinity.
Okay. Fair enough. As PJ would say, fair enough. Wow.
How would you sum it up?
Fortunate. The Braves are swinging the bat as well as you possibly can. I don't care if the weather's 80 and balmy or whatever it was today. They've been really impressive. Just like the Pirates, where you look at the Pirates and the Braves where they're at offensively this season, they're like, I think, 1-2 in the National League. So give them a ton of credit. But then having said all that, how about our guys not quitting? Easy to pack that game in. I thought the 2008 World Series game was the worst weather game I ever participated in. I think it just got surpassed. That's not baseball weather. I don't know what the intent is. I really don't. And again, the elements are horrific to play baseball. It's not conducive. We made mistakes on the infield. They made mistakes on the infield, the outfield, based on weather-related issues, not because these are really good players. I think even to a certain extent their wildness towards the end of the game was contributed to the horrible weather. So whatever. I mean, we're going to do what we're asked or told to do. But I'm just here to tell you that was the worst elements I've ever participated in a baseball game in ever. And I've been in some pretty bad stuff. Hazleton versus, like I said, I won't get into that.
What's going through your mind during that 8th inning that's unfolding in such a weird way?
We've been there before. We've taken advantage of, wild pitchers, wild pitches, pass balls, a big knock. I mean, how about Javi again? I mean, Javi might have been, 0 for 4 up to that point, but all of a sudden it mattered. And then here comes an absolute linear up the middle to the gap. Perfectly placed to score everybody. And then Tommy coming through again. Of course, I'm not going to tell you that I thought it was going to happen that way. You prepare for it to happen that way. There was a point there when Navarro was almost in that game to pitch going into the 8th inning. And then all of a sudden you got your closer in there in the 9th for the win. So really an interesting game in that regard. I give both teams a lot of credit for being professionals under the circumstances, both sides, because the game really should not have been played.
You guys, goes long.
Eddie was fabulous. And, you know, he probably could have gone another inning had we needed him to, but I think we had a pinch hit for him in that moment. He's been fabulous. He's been fabulous. He's really saved our bullpen a ton, our pitching staff in general. Give him a lot of credit, man. Coming out of camp, he fought hard to make the team. He made the team. And then he's been in some really pertinent moments for us, and he's done a great job with it. So he's really ascending in his major league career right now.
You were fortunate, but I mean, now you've got no length out of your last two starters.
Yeah. No, you're right. But going into tomorrow, you got Dunsing, Montgomery, Stropey, Edwards, Cishek's fine. So we're not in a horrible position, you know, pitching-wise going into tomorrow.
But if you go back 4 games.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, you're right. Absolutely right. We haven't gotten any depth. And you know what? I look at that, you know, we're surviving it kind of, and I look at that as a positive because these guys are so good. They're going to turn it on, and they're going to get on a nice little roll. The same thing's going to happen with the offense. You know, right now we're kind of languishing in the middle of offensively speaking, but we are better than all of that. We're going to continue to get better. So as you're able to keep your head above water while you're trying to gain traction, I'll take it.
Going all the way back to the beginning, Alfred Almora being a late addition, you know, to make the catch in the first and then Homer in the first, or in the first as well.
Yeah, and they had another at bat. I think he drew a walk in his other at bat. No, he did a nice job. He was really, really not feeling good yesterday. So yesterday we had to take him out. Yesterday we had to put him in. And then I talked to him about it before the game in the Doc Adams, about maybe just, you know, as opposed to saving him for the end of the game, let's just utilize him in the beginning of the game because there was a left-hander for sure. And he had his at-bats against Newcomb that we had hoped or anticipated. So I did. I took him out intentionally after his third at-bat only because I was concerned that with the weather and everything else, it might start dragging him down a bit. So that's all that was.
You've had big wins before with a lot of these same guys, but the way the first couple weeks of the season have gone for you guys, what can a win like this do?
You know, it obviously can be impactful, but you have to wait till tomorrow, the next day, to find that out. Professional baseball, if we weren't playing it for, you know, in a weekend in the Pac-10, something like that, or the Pac-12 now, it could have that kind of an influence on the whole weekend. But these are professionals. You don't know the kind of impact it's going to have. I do know that the guys are definitely going to go home feeling better about themselves, but I don't get carried away yet about things like this. I really don't. They're good. The Braves, that group can really swing the bat. And they got guys on the bench today that could really swing the bat. So they're really interesting. Albies, one of the best young players in the game.
Do you find yourself enjoying a win like this, a crazy comeback where you guys, you know, down 8 like this late? I mean, do you find yourself kind of going to bed tonight thinking about this game or enjoying it a little bit more?
30 minutes. And it'll be over. I do get to drink wine tonight. We're having this diet contest, and I'm only able to drink wine after victories. After defeats, I'm not able to have a glass of wine. So like last night, I really needed it. I was unable to have one. So the one of the better parts of this whole event is the fact that I can have a glass of wine tonight. No, then I won't be able to talk to you guys tomorrow.
So Zobrist, what about Zobrist?
How about it? How about it? Yeah, great at-bats. You're right. Those two guys had they had a pro day, both of them. Zobrist going from first base to the outfield. How about the play Zo made on that bunt, a little toss to, was it a slow roller? The little crossing pattern over the middle to Javi catching and tagging the bag. That was really fun to watch. Zobrist had himself a spectacular day, and so did KB. Cool. Thank you.
All right, there you go. Joe Madden. Enjoy your wine tonight, kid. Interesting. I love his perspective where he said, look, I'm not going to go there yet. Let's see how we play tomorrow and on Monday. If there's a carryover effect, these are professionals. Let's see what happens. He doesn't get ahead of himself.
Exactly, and he saw these Braves hitters, they can play the game. They move the ball around the field, staying inside the ball. Albies, we called it last year.
A year ago, the first game we watched him, we saw him get a hit, and you and I both go, that guy's a stud.
Yeah,
this kid can play.
I mean, it doesn't matter. He's just small in stature, but this guy puts a whack into the ball, And that first homer, you didn't think he swung hard, but that thing travels. So this guy's a special player. I like what he's doing, his hustle, what he brings to that top of the lineup. That's a leadoff hitter right there. That's a great leadoff hitter for the Braves.
Yeah, I mean, Jose Altuve's 5'5". He won the MVP.
Exactly.
And takes the ball to the ballpark with regularity.
Exactly.
This kid is a stud, too.
Right here.
Here's Ozzie Albies. This is the first batter of the game, and it looked like he was struck out on a pitch and they didn't get the call.
Yeah.
You got to come back and make a better pitch then.
Yeah.
And that thing hung.
Yeah, then he breaks a bat. What was it, the first 4 innings, he got an RBI in each inning?
Yeah.
I mean, that's coming up clutch, and that's a leadoff hitter. Leadoff hitters are just putting in the balls in play right there. Tough pitch. He was able to put in play, get a ribby. So, and the thing with Ozzie Albies is that he'll battle. It's not an easy at bat for a pitcher. It seems like you can't put him away. He's always fouling tough pitches off and getting to a pitch where he can do some damage with. That's when you know a guy is special, when he's able to do that.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of how that kid plays, let me tell you. All right, let's look at our Gerber Collision and Glass play of the game. Cubs are 3 down. Bases are loaded. Javi Baez has 2 strikes on him, a 3-2 pitch, and he rifles one. Look how it skips. And right there, it's like it hit like a hydroplane, and then that first bounce, shoo, gone all the way to the wall, and that will tie the ball game. 3 runs are going to score, and all of a sudden everyone's like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, that was it. That was the momentum change. You just had to get it back to a tie game, and you felt that the Cubs were going to pull away with this one.
And they did. It's outstanding. All right, let's hear from Chris Bryant.
Those runs with 2 outs, too. So, I don't know. I mean, big credit to the fans for sticking that one out with us. And, it's just one of the craziest wins that I've been a part of.
How cold was it? How rotten was it out there?
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, and we knew it, and they had to play through it, too. So, if we did end up losing 10-2, there would have been no excuses. But it's just a crazy turn of events. I mean, windy, wet, cold, sideways rain, and we were able to overcome that. I mean, it says a lot about us and who we are, and we don't really let the scoreboard dictate, how we're going to go out there and play. And that was the prime example of that.
It's only 1 game, but what does it do for you guys?
It's just another win in the win column. I mean, obviously there's, a lot more camaraderie in here and guys having a lot of fun, especially after a win like that. I mean, it's impossible not to have fun. So we'll enjoy it for the night and come out here and be nice and cold and getting rainy again tomorrow. Or snow. Snow, maybe. Let's just add a little more to it.
He's fired up. He's got his Vegas Golden Knights hat on. They got a 2-0 lead in the series, and
he's having a good night. He's going to have a good night, that's for sure.
Yeah, I would think you come home and you go, all right, it's 1 game. Got to go right back to work in bad conditions tomorrow, weather permitting you play. Yeah. But it's just there's a little spring in your step.
Oh, definitely. You feel good. And then after the game, once they hopped into that hot tub, after that hot tub felt
the cryo chamber wasn't getting used today. No
cold tubs for any of those guys today.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
No. They had about 5 hours of cryo today. All right, let's take a quick timeout. We'll come right back. We got a lot more to do. If you missed it, we'll show you highlights. You missed an epic comeback, one of the best they've ever had. Be right back.
Cubs Postgame Live is presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. Through it all.
We've come so far. I guess I'm proud. And I ain't worried about the wrinkles around my smile. I got some scars. I've been around. I felt some pain. I've seen some things, but I'm here now. Those good old days.
Somebody would have told me, babe, someday these will be the good old days.
Nissan's latest tech surrounds you with peace of mind. The 2018 Nissan Rogue Sport. Featuring rear cross-traffic alert, blind spot warning, and automatic emergency braking that could stop for you. Now standard on the Nissan Rogue family.
Get a low $199 per month lease on Rogue, or get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 9 models.
Now the most exciting tech you own is in your driveway.
When we set out to brew a light beer, there came a moment of truth. When we had to choose more taste or fewer calories. We chose both. What are you holding? Miller Lite. Hold true.
Better ingredients, better pizza isn't just a slogan at Papa John's. It's a job. So you get a better pizza.
Get any pan pizza and a 2-liter for only $12. Use promo code ChicagoPan at papajohns.com.
Papa John's.
Sometimes you have to unfollow your old dreams to chase new ones. This is for the drivers, the ones who do more than defy rules, they change them. This is for the unfollowers. Right now, lease the first ever BMW X2 for as low as $399 a month.
Sports Talk Live, presented by the Chevy Silverado, weeknights at 6 on NBC Sports Chicago.
A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jams. I don't care if I never get back for its root. Root for the Cubs. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Let's get
All right, time now for our 4 seasons heating, air conditioning, and plumbing. Who's hot and who's not? And take a look from around baseball today. Greg Garcia, 3 for 4, 2 bombs, 3 runs scored, 3 knocked in for the Cardinals. Who's not? Alex Cobb. His first start for the Orioles, signing late, 3 2/3, 10 hits, 8 runs, 7 earned. He had, no strikeouts and 1 walk. Brutal start. Got to get it going, kid.
Yep.
All right, welcome back to Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. All right, full disclosure, because it's already out there. When the game got to 10-2, I fell asleep.
Yeah. No, it wasn't sleep. It was snoring sleep.
I was I was gone.
He was gone.
Gone. And Jeff Nelson, our fine producer, took a picture of me fast asleep.
Did I hit Twitter yet?
Huh?
Is that on Twitter yet?
I don't know if it's on Twitter yet, but certainly it's out there. And Nellie's been texting people with it. So full disclosure. So I'm sure there were other people in the Chicago area and in the Midwest fast asleep at 10-2 go, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. But I was back for the comeback. All right, UPS Store taking care of business. Player of the game. We're going to give it to Ben Zobrist. 3 for 3, 2 walks, played multiple positions. This guy last year was struggling. He was not healthy. Yeah. He is off to a really good start.
Really solid start. You know, it's both sides of the plate. His right-handed swing last year wasn't there. But you see what health does. It gives you confidence. Now he's able to stay inside the ball. He wasn't banging the ball around the park, but he was hitting in the right spots, running the ball out hard. And then you go and playing from first base, going to play right field, left field. This guy has been just a professional because coming into the season, he didn't know if he was going to start or play that much. But that's what the game will work itself out. Injuries happen, and now he's pretty much a starter every day. So he's a great guy to have in the lineup, a veteran presence, and just a solid dude.
He is a professional baseball player. All right, time for our Jim Beam winning box score, and this one belongs to the Cubs. Tough day for Ian Happ at the top, 0 for 4, and I think he had 3 punch-outs. Albert Almora played part of the game, started 1 for 2, hit a home run in the first and a walk. Chris Bryant, 2 for 3 and scored 2 runs. Wilson Contreras, a 1 for 5 and 2 RBIs. Zoe, as we told you, 3 for 3 with a triple, 2 singles in the infield, and 2 RBIs. Javi, a 1 for 5, but a 4 RBI day. He is second in all of baseball now in RBIs. In 14 games, he has 14 RBIs. Addison Russell, a 1 for 3 with a run scored, and then an 0 for Jason and for Jose Quintana, who had a rough day pitching.
Yeah, 2 and a third right there. Just wasn't able to spot it. And, with Quintana, he's a professional out there. He wasn't getting that down and in glove side pitch. And it kind of affected him a little bit, but he's not going to show it. He's going to keep grinding, but they need better than that. You say that, the Buick?
Yeah.
In a Mercedes price?
Yeah.
I want to see that Mercedes. The next start. Got to come out.
I have said consistently, they paid for a Mercedes, giving up Eloy Jimenez, Dylan Cease, and 2 more, and they're getting a Buick right now. Buick's a nice car. Get you where you got to go, but you're not riding in style, and that's what you paid for, and that's what they need from him. Kyle Schwarber in the locker room.
Craziest game he's ever been part of. How would you sum it up?
Everything that was said. I mean, that's a grinder of a watch it. It's a grinder of a weather condition right there, and especially a grinder one right there. And showing the resilience there, and just taking every bat that we get, even though we're down. Whatever it was, 8 at the time, or everyone was still putting in quality at bats, and we walked away with a win.
That's obviously not baseball weather today. How ridiculous, how hard was it to play in it?
Yeah, I mean, I came off the bench and I felt bad for all those guys who had to sit out there the whole time. I mean, I'm like, wow, it is cold, and I'm from Ohio, so I'm used to the cold. But that was freezing out there, but a lot of credit goes to the bullpen there too. Bullpen coming in, what they did out there, keeping them pretty much right there that whole time for us to keep grinding our way back in that game. Unbelievable job of them.
When you're at the plate in the situations that you were, could you just feel like their pitchers don't have any control of the ball?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on out there. It's just, that's got to be tough to have a grip on the ball out there when it's that cold, it's windy, it's raining out there. It's just that's a tough situation. I think our pitchers, figured out that way just to kind of grind through it and keep going, and they did a really good job.
You mentioned coming off the bench, but Listella, Navarro, all you guys really make an impact in a game where you hadn't acclimated yourself yet. I mean, what can you say about that?
I mean, like I say, whenever your name's going to get called at some point, and you can definitely make a difference in the game. And it just showed today that all those guys who came off the bench, we were all ready to go go out there and try to help, and we definitely did today.
When you're down 10-2 in that weather, nobody would be mad if you guys packed it in like that. But what was the feeling like at the bench when you're down that much, and how much did it change as the
it's not a good feeling, when you're down that much, and especially in that weather, and you're on the bench. You're like, man, I wish you want to be out there with those guys, kind of, grinding out with them, and but it was just a great sign of resilience there, and I would say that we all had really great attitudes throughout the whole game there, and our bench guys were cheering everyone on, getting everyone going, and once everything started going, we just kept going there.
Thank you, Kyle.
Yep. All right, time for our James & Sons Fine Jewelers Fielding Gem, and we've got a pair from Javier Baez. First off, top of the first, Freddie Freeman with the soft liner. Javi lays out and makes the catch. Nicely done. For him, that's not a high degree of difficulty.
No, I think he was just worried about being wet more.
And then third inning, Ozzie Albies, soft grounder to the right side. Ben Zobrist fields it. Javi makes a really nice play to get the first and get the foot there to beat a really quick Ozzie Albies running down the baseline.
Great play by Ben. That's a touch pass right there. And Javi caught it. And you want to get your foot out of the way as quick as possible.
You got it. By the way, we run the Dan Patrick Show here in the afternoons, the best of, I think, every day. Paul Papps is out there watching. He said he took a nap for a while, and he woke up for the best part of the game. Smart man. All right, we'll be right back. Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois.
small business. Internet providers promise you a lot. Let's see who delivers more. Comcast Business offers fast gig speeds across our network. AT&T doesn't. We offer more complete reliability with up to 8 hours of 4G wireless network backup. AT&T, no way. We offer 35 voice features and solutions that grow with your business. AT&T, not so much. Get 75 megabit internet for $49.95 per month when you get 2 voice mobility lines. Call 1-800-501-6000.
Turf napping. Seen it? Covered it. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are... Hold up. Why would anyone steal turf?
Hey, Ricky, do you know why anyone would steal a large patch of turf?
No. No idea.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Your official Rolex jeweler is James & Sons in Chicago, Orland Park, and Schererville.
It's not just a coaster, you know. It's an invitation.
Jim Beam on the rocks.
The bourbon that's been making history since 1795 invites you to make some of your own.
We've been going to Menards a lot lately because my husband and I just bought our first home. Our front door is the first big thing we're changing. I was able to create the door that I wanted. 3-panel mission with a dentile shelf and patina accented glass. Having that level of control over the final product is a really great experience. I'm Lisa, and this is our door.
Cubs fans, show your team pride with Cubs checking and an official Cubs MasterCard debit card. Only available at your local Wintrust Community Bank. Go to wintrust.com/Cubs to learn more. Member FDIC. All right, let's look back at David's keys from the pregame show, sponsored by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois. Mentally tough. They hit that one.
Exactly. Chris Bryant said it perfectly. He didn't let the scoreboard or the weather dictate how they played the game. So they just played, and they were down early.
They grinded.
They just kept playing, inning by inning, won the final few innings, and that's how you win ball games.
All right, the second one, grip it. And the Atlanta radio guys are saying on their postgame, our relievers couldn't get a feel of the ball. And then Chip Carey said, yeah, somehow our guys could.
Exactly.
But that happens in this weather. You lose your grip.
You lose your grip. The Cubs bullpen scoreless in the last final innings. They held the Braves scoreless. And then in the ninth and eighth inning there, the Braves guys couldn't pitch to find the zone. Walking guys, throwing the ball all over the place. So it was a great win, and hopefully it translates into something else tomorrow.
All right, let's hear from Javier Baez, today's star in the locker room.
Craziest game you ever been a part of?
Craziest weather? Yeah, to be honest, yes. I was just playing with the weather, man. The weather really got to me today. No excuses on playing different on my error. But you know, like I say, we don't really give up, never. The energy in the dugout was pretty pumped from Riz, being, you know, joking around and stuff. And, you know, I think I took good abuse today, even I had over 4 before the last 8 beat, but you know, we didn't give up.
What was your approach?
All right, there's Javi. I got a couple stats for you. Our Christopher Kamka, the cruncher. 4 bases loaded walks is most by the Cubs in a game since 4/12 of 09. Kyle Schwarber is the first Cub with 2 bases loaded walks in the same game since Anthony Rizzo on 9/13 of 17. So there you go.
Staying patient and waiting for the guys to put it over the plate because they knew that the Braves pitchers couldn't find the zone.
Yep, they could not find the zone when it mattered, and the Cubs found a way to get back in the game. All right, thank you for watching Cubs Post-Game Live, presented by our great partners, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. We're back with you for our next NBC Sports Chicago game Tuesday night against the Cardinals. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Go have a glass of wine if you're old enough, like Joe Madden's going to do. And we'll see you Tuesday. I'll see you Monday on Sports Talk Live.
The 2018 Nissan Rogue Sport, now with available Nissan intelligent mobility technologies, like automatic emergency braking. Now on the Nissan Rogue family. Get a low $199 per month lease on Rogue.
Small business. Internet providers promise you a lot. Let's see who delivers more. Comcast Business offers fast gig speeds across our network. AT&T doesn't. We offer more complete reliability with up to 8 hours of 4G wireless network backup. AT&T, no way. We offer 35 voice features and solutions that grow with your business. AT&T, not so much. Get 75 megabit internet for $49.95 per month when you get 2 voice mobility lines. Call 1-800-501-6000.
Nissan Rogue Sport, now with available Nissan intelligent mobility technologies, like automatic emergency braking. Now on the Nissan Rogue family. Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 9 models.
This flag isn't backwards, it's assaulting forward. Born was a nation of independence, who made the choice to make their lives and their families' lives better. Always moving forward, never retreating, never giving up. We carry on that tradition today. Fight on, break through, never quit. This flag isn't backwards, it's assaulting forward. We are grunt style, and this will defend.
We now join the following program already in progress.